I'm Christina Setzkorn. I'm an academic department chair in the School of IT and Business at Purdue University Global. My co-editors are Nina Patnaikuni, who is a full-time instructor at Calhoun County Community College, and Dr. Tina Burton, who is the Associate Dean at the School of Business and IT at Purdue University Global. This publication's genesis was from several articles I read maybe a couple to two to 3 years ago, where the premise was that higher education, rather than being an agent of social mobility, lifting everybody up, supporting the economy and innovation, has actually exacerbated income inequality and wealth inequality. It's become part of the problem rather than part of the solution. One author's grandfather was unable to go to college because a hailstorm wiped out the family's income that year. And he made the point that a lot of families nowadays have hailstorms, metaphorical hailstorms, that prevent their kids from going to college. It's relevant to researchers, it's relevant to educators, to administrators, to funders of education, as well as anybody who is just kind of curious about what's going on in education in this environment. It's accessible to everyone. It's not written for, in a lot of jargon. So I think that a broad audience would benefit. Most of my research begins with a question, something that I'm curious about, something that I think is important. And this is just sort of blown up as far as its relevance, as far as its timeliness. So, like I said before, this question of higher education, its importance to society, its importance to the marketplace, and how we all get along. And this, again, started a couple of years ago, and again, the impacts of the players, and also the idea of disruption in the marketplace. Clayton Christensen wrote about that. And we're experiencing significant disruption, but we're also right now experiencing significant disruption in our society. And since the book was proposed, things have radically changed. For instance, the mass migration to online venues for education, precipitated by the COVID-19 pandemic. That brings up the idea that a whole lot of traditional educators who have no experience, no real knowledge of online best practices were suddenly thrust into that environment. One of the chapters that I co-authored, our question was whether faculty gender impacts persistence of women students in IT in an undergraduate program. And we found that it didn't. It didn't have a direct moderating effect. But we did find that women students in IT persist longer, persist with an online program. We have been very innovative. We have undergraduate online conferences. I initiated that in our department. We also have an online virtual internship where students, instead of their capstone, do an internship instead. And again, that's administered through our university. They have the opportunity to work in an externship for an employer, but again, if they're remotely located, like in a rural area, a lot of times that it doesn't work for them, but we have the capability to make that work. We have projects that they undertake, and they do learn real world and gain real world experience, again, virtually through our internships.
Suitable for use in your course syllabus and as an integral resource for research advancements within your department, this publication should be included within your institution's library along with these related publications. Offered in print, ebook, print plus ebook, and as a part of IGI Global's Emphasize Books, this publication is available for purchase directly through IGI Global's online bookstore, as well as many other major booksellers and platforms, such as EBSCOhost, Gobi, ProQuest, and Oasis. Recommend to your librarian today.